here. And roll 4. Which one of these do you want me to attack? All of them? This one here? This one and this one. All right. So I use Bridge to download by clicking the download icon and selecting the ones I wanted and bringing it into my folder. I won't do that again, obviously, but just a reminder how I used Bridge to download photos. All right, so a few ways I can do this with After Effects activated. And so we play with After Effects with our little animation of the my name, okay? And two ways you can do this. I can double click and I'll go to my desktop where I found the footage. So roll 4, King, and I can download the footage that way. Okay, so I'll just randomly select one of these images. Okay. Or another way is to use Bridge and just kind of click and drag it onto After Effects. So be patient. That's another way. Right click, new comp from selection. That's probably the best way because as you can see here, here's the settings of the video file. It's 1920 by 1080 at a 29 frame rate. Okay, and if I right click and make comp from selection, my composition will be based on that footage. Okay, now let me scrub through and see what these guys did. Okay, so a few things you want to work on, guys, is rotating it. So rotating is very simple. I'll click on the footage, go to transform, and you guys can see that, right? And which one of these do you think I'm going to use to rotate? You guys are brilliant. Rotation is the right answer. Oh my gosh, so smart. All right. Now, it's funny. I can actually animate the rotation, but I don't want to do that. I want this to be 90 degrees, right? Oops, not 90, 270. Okay. And I need to scale it because he needs to be in frame. So I'm just going to click and drag until I'm happy with the sizing. Okay, cool. Now, I don't want the slate in the shot, so I'm just going to wait for the frame until it's removed. And that gray is going to be a little problem on these first few frames. See his hand? And see how his hand's cut off? So I'm going to start right here. Now, a cool trick in After Effects, guys, if you hold the Alt button and the first bracket in area P. So, guys, take a look at your keyboard right now. See what the letter P is? There's a open and close bracket. The first bracket is the edit cut in. So if I select right here, hold Alt, and then click that bracket, it kind of hides the rest of the footage. So what I'll do now is that's like a cut mark. Like remember, After Effects is not really a editing software. It's more special effects, but that's a way to trim some footage. What I'll do now is bring that in here. Now, guys, you're supposed to film 10 seconds. This is like 2. Oh, is it? Okay. Well. Oh, are you? Oh, that's a cool thing. You can do multiple footage. Absolutely. I'll show you that in a sec. Okay, so what I would do first, guys, is mask the outside area. Grab your pen tool and just look at the frame. And I would go around and just trim this area. The mask will be complete once you finish where you started. See how it masked everything out? It automatically does that. It knows that you want to mask that area. So it's just going to focus on that green area. Now, if you watch the video, the effects you want to use, is what? Do you guys remember the name of the? If you guys watch the video, what's the name of the plugin he uses? Key. Oh, you guys didn't watch the video, did you? Okay, he uses Keylight. So I type in Keylight, and there it is. I can find it easier. Okay, I can drag it onto my footage or onto my timeline. I'll just slap it onto my footage. And then the screen color. What you'll do is you'll get your eyedropper and say, yeah, this is the green I want to use. Now be careful, don't touch the white or else. Actually, you want to see what happens? Yeah. Yeah, you don't want that. So you want to grab the green, and it does a pretty good job. Now, depending on how much shadows you have, you can play with these features. Watch the Video Copilot and see what they do to adjust the screen balance, the gain, to make a perfect green screen. Now, to make sure you did it right, let's go back to project. And what I'll do here is you can go on the internet, find a JPEG or a video of a background. Okay, just to see if this works, I'm just going to add a layer and a new solid. And oh, that color, you can pick whatever color you guys want. That's actually quite nice. Whatever. Press OK, and I'll bring that layer below. Now you see it did an OK job. So I'm going to go back to my footage and go to my effects control and see the key light and play with the screen gain and balance. Okay, and I might want to play. All right, not bad. Okay, and you can play with the fading of the edges and stuff. That's where you guys can play around with this and show me how well you can do this. Okay. Now the cool thing is he's fading backwards. You can animate this. So I'm going to go back to transform, and I'm going to have Kev here really big. I'm going to scale him. At this point, and I'll play with position. So it's just, now this is not ideally the best way because right now I'm enlarging pixels. That's why he's blurry. But then a few frames later, what I'll do is I'll decrease the scale and the position. Okay, and really small. So it looks like he's going to an abyss, just an abyss, sorry. All right, so that's just a simple animation. My keyframe one was scale, and maybe it was too much. Maybe I should reduce him a bit. You guys think it was too much of a scale? If I want to make them faster, what I'll do is grab these frames and put them closer together, and I'll be like, wah. And then, well, technically, if I want them to be nothing, I'll have them go to 0. So on that frame, I'll say, you can just literally type in 0, and yeah, you can hit -1. Oh, he's gone. Okay. Now, if you're bringing multiple clips into a project, if you want to be creative that way, let's go back to Bridge and see what clip do you guys want to use? The last one? This one here? But is it in the shot as well? Isn't that awkward? Oh, I got you. Okay. So let's bring that in. And guys, this tutorial is just right now. I've done the tutorial. You know how to do it. You show me that you're able to mask out the excess background, use the keyframing for keying, and you're able to adjust keyframes. Now you're going over and beyond. Let's just try and have fun with this. So this footage of Kevin getting knocked out, maybe I'll put that later. And let's double click the footage here. And yeah, you'll do the same thing. You'll get your pen tool. Let's bring this into here. And you can move and adjust the layers as need be. He's not kicking him. You guys suck. Well, here, guys, Bridge lets you play it, so I can just play it first and see. All right, let's see if this is the one. Oh my. It's All right, so that's the footage we want. So let's bring that into After Effects. All right, so I'll slap that in there. Bring this over to After Effects. Now I'll use that trim feature. I'm going to drag it over because I really just need that last few seconds. So I'll start, I need around here. So the Alt button, trim that. I'm going to bring that over and bring my timeline slider so the party kicks him. So around there, is that good? Alt the bracket, and then after I'll just kind of, okay. So let's add the mask to this. But see, here's the problem, guys. He gets kicked out of frame here. Eesh. No, but the gray, I won't be able to key in properly. All right, let's go to the key light. Let's apply the key light to this one. And because look what happens, guys. It goes to the gray. Look, it gets kicked off here. That gray is going to be there. But let's see if I can include another key light to this and add the gray. Okay, and guys, why did that not work? Gray and white are very similar. Now I have to adjust. Maybe I bring down. Yeah, guys, this is why we got to be careful with the green screen. I told you guys, make sure you film the person in the green, or else that gray. Like I'll show you what it looks like without the gray. So let's get rid of the. You can get rid of effects as well. So if you click on this, we'll delete it. So here's the thing. It looks like he's getting kicked off, but there's that gray slot, and then. All right. Anyways, guys, just to summarize the tutorial, it can work. Say your project. Yeah, I'm still recording. Guys, this tutorial might be a little boring. Anyways, you guys get the gist of it. Exporting, you should know already. You'll go to Composition, add your render queue, click on anything that's orange, make sure it's the best settings. Yes, it is. Awesome. Click on this. What format do I want you to use? H.264. Thank you, Giuliano. All right. If there's guys, if there's sounds, like you got some music just to add on to your, make sure you click the audio output button. Okay. All right. Press OK, and then click on this. Your last name, your first, and then you would say keying. Or if you typed in task 1, I'm okay with that too. Task 1 keying. Is that cool? And you put it on your desktop, throw it on your Google Drive, and you'll get marked. Okay. Sorry. One last thing. You got to press render. All right. Any questions, guys, before we take off? There's your keying lesson. This. It's so good. That was so weak. Whatever. All right, guys, that's your little lesson today.